Alright, guys. So here it is, the finale to the trilogy of the Ladybug Phantom of the Opera trilogy. For those who are not in the know, basically what this story is, it started out as Marinette losing her identity as Ladybug due to tougher laws enacted in France, leading to her taking on a new identity after meeting a man named Eric, who was the ghost of the original Phantom of the Opera, where she takes on the identity of the Phantom of the Opera, and becomes a vigilante. She even ends up killing Lila, and at the end of the second story, I talked about basically what it is that she's gunning for Hawkmoth. She's gunning for Hawkmoth to be her final, because she doesn't kill. Like, she did kill Lila, but now she put the fear of killing into the criminals of France. And it ends when Hawkmoth is dead. So, Hawkmoth, panicked, is like, oh shit, I need help. So he made a call, and I teased who would it be at the end. Like, who did he call? Who did Gabriel make the call to? And some people had their guesses, of course. And the person that he made the call to was David Xanatos. So, of course, rich guys know each other. So Gabriel makes the phone call to David. And he's like, David, listen, I need your help. And he's like, oh, what can I do you for? I can't, we've talked about I can't help your wife. I've tried with all my technology. He's like, it's not that. You've heard about this phantom business, right, in France? He's like, oh, yeah, it's caught my attention. But what? Is it coming after you? I don't know. Why would the Phantom bother with a fashion designer? Unless that fashion designer has scrupulous doings under the table. Of course he knows he's Hawkmoth, and he's like, never mind that. I called you because the Phantom is coming for me. And he's like, well, what do you need help with? And to which Gabriel replies with, I need your help. Do you have something that can kill him? Because he doesn't know it's Marinette. He's like, I need someone or something you have that can kill him. And he's like, well, I happen to have a few toys, if you're willing to, tit for tat, shall we say. And Gabriel's like, fine, done. So, Gabriel gets David Xanatos' help. Meanwhile, the Phantom has been going around trying to find Hawkmoth. Like, Hawkmoth has basically been moving from hideout to hideout. And Gabriel's been trying to keep up appearances, but he's just kind of he's been tense because now he's starting to think that the Phantom is starting to, catch on to his identity. But Marinette is in her lair, which was the former Phantom's lair, and she's playing her organ, trying to think. And at that moment, basically, she has that, she has a brilliant moment of interest. Like, she has a moment of son of a bitch. So she basically puts two and two together that, like, at the very least, Gabriel, she hasn't put it together, because remember, this is not in continuity with the current seasons, remember that. She puts in connection that at the very least Gabriel knows Hawkmoth, because she puts like some little pieces here and there, and she's like, he's either aiding him or he is him. Either way, I need to talk. Like, she's not stupid to be like, you're helping him, you're not Hawkmoth. No, she's like, he could be Hawkmoth or he could be helping him. Either way, I need to talk. I'm gonna go talk to Gabriel. So she breaks into his mansion one night and just breaks into his house, and after Natalie tries to stop him, she just chucks her out of the way. Marinette just proceeds to pummel Gabriel, and Adrian sees this, and he knows it's Marinette, and he's like, stop! Stop! And Gabriel is just like, oh dear, look what you've done. My son, he actually Adrian stops himself for saying Marinette, but he does like freak out because now he sees Marinette just pummeling his father, and even the cameras are showing this. So now the Phantom is really going to be gunned after because one of the one of the best known socialites in the city has just been brutalized by a crazed vigilante. Yeah, it does not look good for anybody. It's not in any way, shape, or form a good look. Now, if you guys also remember, there was a strike force put together that Chloe was forced to lead by her father as Queen Bee. So now that armed strike force with Queen Bee now has to... the Phantom has been labeled ever since, murdering Lila, as well as, brutalizing gang members. She's not killing gang members, but she's putting the fear of death in them because she's like, I killed one person, you think I'll kill another? But it's not like with like I said before in the second video of this trilogy, is that it's not like with a Batman thing who's like, if I kill one of them, I have to kill all of them. It's more like, no, I killed the one that was causing me the most damage and would continue to do the most damage if I let her live. And now they're even more scared of me. And they won't know if I will kill them or not. But I'm not going to go like, I have to kill everyone now, I'm the Punisher. It's not like that. But now, it's like some people were on the Phantom side, but after seeing the footage of Gabriel just being beaten by the Phantom, it's bad. Because now even the Miraculous Hero, the remaining ones who aren't locked up, are screwed. They've turned on her. So Adrian is now, openly, as Cat Noir, he says, I don't know what's gotten into the Phantom, and I don't know what's gotten into Marinette, but I need to take her down. So he has to go out and find Marinette, and he actually works with Chloe. And he tells Chloe, "Look, it's Marinette. She's the Phantom," and she's like, "I have and he's like, I'm gonna have to tell my dad about this, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, I know, but for right now, you and I can team up and capture her. If we can capture her, then maybe we can, put a stop to this before she really, before she kills my father. And I want to know why she wants to kill my father." It's also interesting because Marinette does get away from that night, and that's the moment where she's like, because she sees Gabriel smile, and she puts two and two together, and it's like, so you were Hawkmoth. That's what I wanted to know. That you just confirmed it. So now, however, David Xanatos' backup arrives, and what is it? Steel Clan, his robot gargoyles, and immediately they are on the hunt for the Phantom. Now, as the Phantom, Marinette doesn't have special powers. All she has is tricks and illusions that she learned from Eric. And that doesn't really help against a robot who can see infrared. So she has to use swords. She has to use knives, bolas, anything that the Phantom trained her to use in an actual fight. And these robots are tough. So she's getting the shit kicked out of her. They actually track her to her lair and destroy it, leading to Marinette crawling out of there barely alive. But the problem is, it wasn't just Steel Clan. The Steel Clan was like the hound dogs sent to flush out the game. The real backup came in the form of the Pack. Yeah, the Pack got sent in to deal with Marinette, to finish the job. And I'm talking, Coyote, Wolf, Jackal, Hyena, and it's bad. They're all ready to put the kill in, and Marinette's just like, so who wants to die first? That's really all she could say is who wants to die first? And it's at that point, they jump. Cat Noir and Queen Bee, Chloe and Adrian jump in, and it's a 3-on-4 fight. And they go at it. They manage to fight back against the Pack, and actually Marinette kills Coyote. Don't worry, it's a robot, he'll come back. So yeah, she does kill Coyote in the fight, and at that point she's like, look, you guys need to know that Gabriel is Hawkmoth, and all of this madness started with him. It's gonna end with him. So, and Adrian's just like, holy shit. You know, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, I've been sure for the longest time. So now, you know, I'm gonna end this the only way it's gonna end. So, and they're like, we can't let you do that, Marinette. You know, what you're gonna do is horrendous. Like, you're gonna kill my father. And she goes, yeah. And tonight the Phantom dies. So she escapes and goes after Gabriel, who is in his Hawkmoth costume. She's beaten up, she's bloody from Steel Clan in the pack. And she's just like, you know, it ends, Gabriel. He's like, you're right, Miss Du Peng Chang. And she's like, you figured it out. And she's like, person who got, formerly Ladybug, who did you give the miraculous to, and I might spare your life? And she's like, funny, spare my life. That's funny. The Phantom dies, and she repeats it, the Phantom dies tonight. And he's like, very, very much so. So they fight. And Adrian gets there just as Gabriel and the Phantom are fighting, and he's actually beating her. He's actually, like, beating her down, and he's like, did you really think, like, all your tricks and illusions could stop me when I have all the power of 2 Miraculous on my side? And she goes, miraculous or not, you couldn't stop a bomb. And he's like, excuse me? And that's when she, like, opens up her shirt. She opens up her cloak, and it's a bomb, and she goes, it was the only way this was gonna end. She grabs Gabriel, jumps through the window with him, and they both explode in midair. And Adrian's just like, oh my god. So now he's in charge of he's now the sole heir of the Agrest fortune, and he is without love, he is without everything, and he's now the guardian of the miraculous. He does help, and he does expose, like, all of his father. He does expose that his father was Hawkmoth, and he does help the other miraculous heroes out. And from there, they watch over the city together as united force and honor Marinette's memory. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much the end of the trilogy. You guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of it? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.